Hey friend, are you ready to hear a paranormal experience from one of our subscribers? Well, so am I. Let's get ready to get started about now. Hey friend, thank you so much for tuning in. If you don't know me, my name's Chris, and I'm one of the founding members here at Paranormal Brothers Media. And today we are going to share some of our YouTube subscribers and Instagram followers' paranormal experiences. And we've got a pretty good one today. So with no further ado, we are going to get started, and I'm going to read you their experience. By the way, if you like this video, please hit a like on the video and consider subscribing. It means the world to us, and we really need your help in order to grow. So this comes from a lady named Memphis, and Memphis is living in, you thought I was going to say Tennessee. She's actually living in Pennsylvania now. But here we go. Dear Chris and Joey, I recently subscribed to your YouTube channel, and I love your investigations. Thank you. And I was really glad to see that you started a series where subscribers could share their stories. Makes me feel not quite so alone in ghost experiences. I have a story that I'd like to share. It's a bit comical, but oh man, it scared me at the time. This happened about 15 years ago when I was in my 30s. I was living in Pennsylvania at the time with my boyfriend. We were living in a small apartment on the edge of town, and from the time we moved in, I always had the feeling we weren't quite alone. Small things would happen at first, typical haunting type things. Cabinets would be strangely opened, doors would move on their own, and we'd hear crashes in the kitchen as we were watching television in another room, only to find a glass knocked to the floor or some other item. I was never really scared, and at first I thought, it's just an old building. Or perhaps we had a mouse or some other very natural explanation that would cause these events. But then, on occasion when I was home alone, I would hear a whispered voice. And I couldn't make out the exact words all the time, but I distinctly heard my name a few times. And the voice would seem to be centered only a few feet away from me. And I will admit, this started to become a bit unsettling. One evening, I had gotten home from work and my boyfriend started to make us a nice spaghetti dinner, and I really needed a nice hot shower to unwind and begin an enjoyable night. I went into the bathroom and started running the water to get the temperature just right, and I had locked the door and was about to get in when I heard my name quietly called from the hallway. Memphis. Well, that was my nickname since I was a young girl. You see, I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. And when I moved to a new town, one of the boys in my class started calling me that, and it just kind of stuck around for years. People called me Memphis. And it was strange to hear that name because as an adult, very few called me that anymore. And I don't recall ever telling my boyfriend about my nickname. But I poked my head out the door and called down the hallway to my boyfriend as he was preparing dinner, asking him what he wanted. He shouted from the kitchen that he hadn't said anything. I kind of shrugged my shoulders and went back into the bathroom to take my shower. Well, I got in the shower and oh my God, did that water feel great. It had been a long day and the water cascading over me felt so wonderful. I was lathering up my body with soap and had my hair filled with shampoo, and well, suddenly I developed a sense that I wasn't alone in the bathroom. I didn't hear anything. It was just one of those moments that you just know, and you just get that feeling that you're being watched. I actually started becoming a little bit uneasy in my feelings. I knew it couldn't be my boyfriend because I had locked the bathroom door, and that was a habit from the time I was young. No one could have unlocked or opened the door. I would have heard him. As my emotional discomfort increased, I decided I was going to cut this shower a little shorter than I had originally planned. So I began to rinse off so I could get out. Within a moment, I had rinsed off all the shampoo and soap off of me, and I reached out to the rack and I grabbed my towel. I started to dry off while I was still inside the shower itself. And I leaned down slightly to dry off my legs, and then smack! Chris and Joey, someone or something slapped my behind. It wasn't some type of soft touch, it was an actual slap. But guys, there was no one in the room with me. Let me tell you, I jumped out of that shower as fast as a lightning bolt, and I ran down the hallway and into the kitchen. My boyfriend was stirring the spaghetti sauce, and he just looked at me like I was a crazy person. I was standing there completely naked and still somewhat wet, yelling but making no sense to him. "Did you just slap my ass?" I screamed. And the puzzled look on his face was priceless, but I'm sure that at that moment I looked even more priceless. He asked me what in God's name was I talking about, that he had been in the kitchen making dinner the entire time, and I knew he was telling the truth. Oh boy, well, I quickly got dressed and I poured myself a glass of wine to decompress. Despite that experience putting me on edge, I didn't feel that there was an evil nature to the experience, just a mischievous nature. And I will say that my boyfriend did make a lovely dinner, and the rest of my night was enjoyable. However, after that experience, I simply could not live there anymore. I was too freaked out to live comfortable in an apartment with a pervy ghost. As soon as our lease was up, which was only a month or two later, we found a new apartment. I've still had some paranormal experiences since then, but at least I can say I haven't had any further experience with a ghost pervert. Laugh out loud. Anyways, I wanted to share that story with you. That's my experience, and man, it was strange. Keep up the great videos and wish you both the best. Your friend, Memphis. Wow. You know, you look and you hear that story and it's kind of funny, you know, you're in there, but man, I can imagine at the time, that'd be a scary thing to go through. And well, I guess that just goes to show you, even in the afterlife, they're perverts. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, again, please hit a thumbs up, give us a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you have a paranormal experience that you'd like to share, you can email us at paranormalbrothersmedia@gmail.com and just send us a direct message and we can go from there. But we'd like to share your experience because subscribers and Instagram followers, you have some of the best experiences, and the world can really use a nice story and know that they're not alone. Anyways, I'm Christopher St. Michael. This is Paranormal Brothers. We will see you next time. Check this video out.